Hi, I'm Carol Angela Davis. This is your reality news check, your news for Wednesday. It is December 14th, 2011. We're going to begin with some news for you of Wall Street greed. It just never ends here in the good old United States of America. No one is immune. Wait till you hear about this town. Plus, Jon Corzine, is he fast becoming the poster boy for American greed? Also today, China puts a tax on U.S. auto imports. Could be as high as 21%, folks. Does that sound like they're playing fair to you? And a civil suit for the Syracuse coach amidst sex allegations. And then finally today, Fantasia Barrino, she had a baby. We'll tell you about it. Stay tuned right after this. Here we go. In state and local news, get this. One of the poorest communities in America, folks, in the southern part of America, which tends to be the poorest part of America, one of the poorest communities in the South is reportedly in even worse financial straits because of greed, corruption, and you guessed it, folks, Wall Street. Guaranteed problems when you deal with Wall Street. I'm talking about Jefferson County, Alabama, which you should know, folks, is the county that Birmingham, Alabama is in, which it could be Birmingham alone. It could be the largest municipal bankruptcy in American history. We'll thank Wall Street for that. They just don't, everything they touch is a problem, okay? You're not going to believe this. This is Birmingham, Alabama, folks, okay? Residents of Alabama's most populous county are now forced to bathe in bottled water and use portable toilets after being cut off from the main water supply. Thank you, Wall Street. We love you. All right, get this. It's cheaper over there. It's cheaper to buy drums of water from the local gas station and to pay about $14 a month to a sanitation company to remove the waste from a porta potty that sits in your backyard, okay, than it is to have the combined water and sewage from the city. Can you believe that? The combined water and sewage rate bill, which in some months can cost as much as $300. Can you believe that? Sewage, can you believe that? And water bills have been combined to a single bill in Jefferson County. That bill has increased by 329% over the past 15 years, making it among the highest in America. How can you have the highest water and sewage bill in America in one of the poorest counties? I mean, how can that even be allowed to go on, folks, okay? How can that be allowed to go on? That's because there's a new sewage system being built. They started building it in 1996. Still paying for it, folks. Yeah, they're still paying for it because guess what? In 1996, that sewage system was about a $300 million project. Now it's roughly $3.1 billion. Yeah, folks. After construction problems, and you guessed it, folks, Wall Street. That's right. A series of bond and derivative deals. We know none of those are any good. Yeah, a series of bond and derivative deals, folks. That's what caused just this county to go haywire. Those deals, of course, went sour in the financial meltdown in 2008. And, of course, as we all know, Wall Street is right in the middle of the drama that pushes people into poverty every time. Investment bank J.P. Morgan Securities and two of its former directors have been fined for offering bribes to Jefferson County workers and politicians so they could win business financing the sewer upgrade. Now, they haven't gone to jail. They've just been fined. Okay, meanwhile, 6 of Jefferson County's former commissioners have been found guilty of corruption for accepting bribes, so they're probably going to jail, along with 15 other officials. And last month, the county filed for bankruptcy. And what about the bonds that sank Jefferson County? Listen to this. Current county manager, his name is Tony Patellos. He is the former mayor of Birmingham's neighboring city of Hoover. He says after he attended a presentation by a Wall Street bank about the same kind of bonds that are proving to be the downfall of Jefferson County, this was when he was back working as the mayor of Hoover. He attended a session where they were talking, the Wall Street financiers were talking about these bond deals. He says he turned to his financial manager and said, "Did you understand that?" To which his financial manager said, "No." To which he said that I'm not doing it. Fortunately, he didn't. Jefferson County did. And of course, we know why they did it, because of the bribes. And of course, the only people going to jail are the people, the city officials, the city managers. I don't know why those people at J.P. Morgan Securities got fined. They need to go to jail. 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 Put these people in prison. And speaking of that, let's look at Jon Corzine and MF Global. Apparently, the regulatory arm of CME Group is alleging that former MF Global chief Jon Corzine did know that money that is now bankrupt brokerage firm lent to a European affiliate was customer money. They say he knew it. As you know, there's about $1.2 billion of money missing, and federal regulators are looking into whether MF Global used any customer funds to try and stave off a financial crisis, which, as you know, is absolutely against the rules. Well, guess what? Corzine has given sworn testimony that he has no idea where the money is. Didn't know a thing. Typical Wall Street amnesia and dumbness. And that is a problem. That's why we have to get all those people have to go. We have to regulate. Let me tell you, however highly you think you want Wall Street regulated, it ain't high enough. It's got to be more. Now, CME Executive Chairman Terrence Duffy has testified that this may not be true, that in fact he may have known. Duffy says a CME auditor was on a phone call, and on that call, an MF Global employee indicated that Corzine knew of a loan for roughly $175 million that was being made to a European affiliate of MF Global, and that loan was most probably made just days before the company went bankrupt. For his part, Corzine's stand is this, and I quote, folks, quote, "I want to be clear. I never gave any instructions to misuse customer funds. I never intended anyone at MF Global to misuse customer funds," unquote. We know what the deal is. He's trying to prove he didn't have intent. He's all into the legal bumbo jumbo, but at the end of the day, guess what, folks? If he didn't know, he should have known. And we're sick and tired of Wall Street not knowing. They should have known. If they don't know and they're in that position, remove them or regulate them so we can make sure that they do know. And if they don't know, chuck them. All right. In international news, looking at China, even in China, the economic news is not good. In fact, China's economic authorities say they'll guarantee growth in 2012 despite an extremely grim global outlook for the year ahead. But guess what else they said? China's Commerce Ministry says it's going to tax imports of small U.S. cars, folks. The tariff is going to range from 2% to 21.5%. That's a lot of money. And it's going to affect General Motors, Chrysler, Ford, and of course other U.S.-based foreign car makers. It'll start on Thursday, that'll be tomorrow, and last for 2 years. You should also know that growth in China has slowed for 3 quarters in a row, and some economists predict that it could fall below 9% next year for the first time in 10 years. See, China plays so dirty, eventually they're going to go down for the count. Ask Wall Street. In sports, 2 men who accused the former Syracuse University assistant basketball coach of sexual abuse are now suing him for defamation. Being sued is Jim Boeheim. He's a longtime head basketball coach, and as you know, Bobby Davis and his stepbrother Mike Lang have accused the former assistant coach, we're talking Bernie Fine, of repeatedly abusing them when they were children. Now, Fine has not been charged with the crime. He does maintain his innocence. Boeheim initially supported Fine, accusing Lang and Davis of lying about their story, but the coach later apologized for his comments. On one occasion, this is what the lawsuit says, on one occasion, the lawsuit alleges that Boeheim saw a then 15-year-old Davis lying on a bed in Fine's hotel room. Unfortunately, prosecutors say that despite the credible allegations, the statute of limitations simply prevents them from bringing charges, hence the civil suit. The men trying to get some sort of compensation for all of the things that they were put through. At the same time, though, all is not lost because the feds are investigating, and in fact, the feds may be able to bring criminal charges against Bernie Fine. And then finally, today's 27-year-old singer Fantasia Barrino gave birth to a boy. Congratulations. You remember her, Fantasia Barrino, the 2004 American Idol winner. Well, her baby boy's name is Dallas Xavier Barrino, 7 pounds 9 ounces. All right, she hasn't said yet who the father is, but she did, as we all know, acknowledge a relationship with a married man who she has testified that she knew from day one that he was married and still living with his wife. Ew. All right, folks, those are your stories. See you next time. I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me. Hope you'll follow me on Twitter @CarolAngelaD. Have a great day.